done it this way for so long. So now I'm doing my research on like what's the best Black bank to go to. And I think as a people, we don't always want to express our fears because it's seen as weakness, when in actuality, as soon as we end this show, one of your listeners might hit me up and be like, bro, here's a good bank. I call them up tomorrow and that action has been taken. So there's a level of vulnerability as well that I think we need to have in our community and for men, for Black men especially, to remove this tough exterior and this, artificial masculinity that we think we need to show at all times.
All right. 963 IMG. I'm going to play clip and then come right back. I want to, finish up with you guys, but before I let you go, I got a clip. I believe it was something happened down in DC. I want your opinion and input on this. Let me see if I could get it up. All right, here we go. Watch the screen, guys. For those who are listening and not watching, there's a plaza to put up in DC. Black Lives Plaza. Black Lives Matter Plaza in DC.
What's painted on the road? Now it's on the street sign. What message does that send?
Oh man, everybody should pay attention. It's about time. It's about time. A lot of things going on right now, but it is about time. I'm proud.
Wow. So that was, how do I get it stopped? Hold on. Okay, here we go. That was right in front of the White House. Am I right on that?
It was in direct view of the White House. It wasn't right in front of it. It was down. DC actually turns me around. I'm not sure what street, but it wasn't right in front of it. It was down the block a bit.
You think this is sending a direct and clear message?
Look, I think that, I don't want to minimize any action, towards the movement. It was for me personally, it was like a recognition that, folks were willing to be more bold and more vocal. But obviously, with a street sign, any street sign renaming is ceremonial. And I think, and again, I'm trying not to minimize it. And I think it was a good effort, or not a good effort. I think it was an effort, and it made people feel good, and it probably uplifted some more than others. But if we really want to talk about things that are more than cosmetic changes, then we're talking about re-electing new leaders. Then we're talking about like real policy that recognizes that Black men dying at the hands of police is a real problem, and we can see that happen legislatively. Currently, right now, I mean, look, and I gotta give credit to like every level of government in the ways that they are working on finding legislation and getting back to work. But what I will also say is that work has not been matched by the work of the young women that have been on the ground pushing this movement. Because if it was, like, bills would be signed left and right. I mean, the reality is we're going to see a lot of stuff come out over the course of the next couple of days on the state level tomorrow and Wednesday, and towards the end of the month in the city council, and maybe towards the end of the month in Congress as well. But again, it was performative, and real action to me goes beyond words.
All right. Indeed. Indeed. Wow. It's been a pleasure having the conversation with you guys, man. You have a seat here anytime you want. You could come back in and have a conversation anytime you want. And, just reach out to our staff, and the platform is here for the movement. Just let us know, and we'll definitely make it happen.
Thank you. We definitely appreciate that. And for anyone who's looking to find me and learn more about Freedom March NYC, you can find me on Instagram at @the.
All right, indeed. What else is, I'm gonna give you guys the floor each to, give your final call to action, push, if they want to donate. I know we gave out the information before. Let's give that out again. And yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So I'll go ahead and say, trust, support, uplift, and amplify Black women, Black organizers, and the youth who are driving this movement. Provide resources and the work that we are doing. You can check out and find more information about Freedom March NYC, our youth-led civil rights organization, by going to @Freedom March NYC on Instagram, or again, looking at my page at Chelsea Miller, for nonviolent demonstrations that'll be taking place in New York, as well as a lot of the policy issues that we'll be amplifying over these next few weeks. So super excited to be in conversation with all of you and to continue that conversation, because we know that it just doesn't end with the first few bills that are passed. It's really a marathon, not a sprint, as Andre said.
Indeed. And you gave your information where we can reach out to you, and because I know a lot of old civil rights activists. They're up there in age now, and they got that one last fight in them, and they're like, where you want me to answer the phone? What is it you want me to do?
Listen, this is all hands on deck right now. So all voices are welcome in this movement.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll close with, look, I'm launching a nonprofit tomorrow morning called Build the Bench, which aims to connect people of color, specifically Black people, to opportunities in politics and in government. We're going to be educating impacted communities around criminal justice and police reform. We're going to be advocating for those policies as well. And we're going to be cultivating candidates right here in the greater New York City area, to teach them how to run for office and to be successful, and in some instances, provide that much needed infrastructure that's needed for candidates of color in order to be successful. I know a lot of great folks that look like me that want to run for office, but there's one or two things that hinder that process. And Build the Bench is going to be a vehicle to remove a lot of those hindrances and to ensure that they're all successful. So folks can follow Build the Bench on Instagram, simply at Build the Bench NY. And then after you do that, make sure you go and donate to Chelsea.
Indeed. Well, brothers, sisters, I want to say thank you so much for your time and coming on 963 IMG. We are going to continue to beat the drum and get the word out. And, do we say power to the people?
Oh, absolute power to the people.
100 to the people. All right, indeed. 963 IMG, thank you so much, guys. And keep it locked right here. We got so many other programs coming up. Stay tuned next week. And maybe if I put it out here, I got 3 white guys that's going to come on, and we're going to talk some real funky stuff concerning where they stand. All right, I'm putting it out there. So if you are of a other complexion, and you want, wait, before you guys go, because, I don't want to just frame this, we saying Black Lives Matter, and we have had this conversation, and, I am sure my Latino and my brown brothers are sitting on the sideline. Well, what about us? What about our brown brothers? Our disenfranchised brothers that are of, that's brown.
So I will say this, when we think about this narrative around Black Lives Matter, it's because for so long they haven't mattered in our societal structure. And once Black Lives Matter, that's when all lives can matter, because now we're talking about the intersections of race, of classism, of all of these different intersections. And so when Black folk can be elevated, that within itself is the elevation of all people in our society as a whole. And so let's keep that the narrative focused on what we've witnessed and what we understand, and historically what has shaped the narrative around this country, so that we can mobilize, right? Because equity and equality can't be reached without talking about the history of what Blackness has meant in this country.
Indeed. Andre?
I mean, there's really nothing to say beyond that. I'm glad to see a lot of my brown brothers out there supporting this movement. And then, historically, the original man was from Africa. So when we're talking Black Lives Matter, we're talking about the elevation of us. And in that moment, we can bring everybody else up, as the sister said.
Absolutely.
Indeed. All right, man. Thank you guys so much for coming through. And like I say, I'm here for you guys. All right, keep up the fight.
I appreciate that. I really appreciate that, man.
All right, 963 IMG, ladies and gentlemen. Another piece from Boxa, the right.
Oh, G. Shit, honey. It's always somebody. Sometimes we fall down. Do what you gotta do. You gotta get back up. Iraq veteran, all-star American, rookie meet a legend, then Obama is my president. Black mean I'm proud and standing outstanding. Can't see a challenge, I hit some more balance. South Def imagines, CK's on my pageant, my tune making fashion, my flow soft as fabric, harder than plastic, and loyal to master. My tracks are disaster, compete, just delete, competition, reputations have been extended for a listen. New rookies, talents missing, I'm the skilled, I keep them putting. My style is built for fitness, my muscle is ridiculous. You're ripped, what's the difference? It's Jack Black, unite the people, running everybody beef. Cause none of these rappers sound like me. We hungry even when we eat, hungry even when we sleep. Close your eyes, rise as we kill the beat. Most days we crawl, at times we fall. Just get back up and stop once more. Get back up and tack this wall. Those days we crawl, at times we fall. Just get back up and stop once more. We get back up and tack this wall. Flow is militant, mixed with intelligence. Always think big, small talk is irrelevant against ways of the government. But my life, I'm loving it. Take falls every time there's stress, I'm juggling. I'm back, but stuck in it, but poverty can't hold me down. The world's out of control, can hear the soul scream out. Inmates to free men, we all wanna leave out. But we gotta do what we gotta do to feed mouths. I bleed out before I give up on my judgment. I'd rather live for something than sit and die for nothing. I'm sipping something Russian, round table discussion. The introduction that reads Club Killers production. Kings of destruction, cause we can't get a piece of mind. But I stand strong, they won't never get a piece of mine. Now I touch minds when I'm spitting out vicious rhymes. Attack any obstacles in these vicious times. Days we crawl, at times we fall. Just get back up and stop once more. And get back up and tack this wall. Those days we crawl, at times we fall. Just get back up and stop once more. And get back up and tack this wall. Oh. There's no peace in the Middle East. War and crime will not cease. There is no peace in the Middle East. Crime and violence will not cease.
Why did they invade the Middle East? Attack Iraq on the man birthday of peace. Fighting for oil, more cheddars on their cheese. War is spreading, it's like a disease. Bomb dropping, so many innocent deceased. Children crying, parents begging, please remember what happened to the Lebanese, the Chinese, the Vietnamese, and the Japanese. That shit make me sneeze. Pass me some tissues, please. All because of the world police. Always put their nose into people's business. Everywhere they go, they make mischief. Everything they do cause damage. They do nothing positive. Everything is negative. They tore down the own tree. They could never be one of the people.
Days we grow, at times we fall. Just get back up and stop once more. And get back up and attack this war. Those days we grow, at times we fall. Just get back up and stop once more. Get back up and attack this war.
963 IMGGGG. This is a special edition of Revival Experience Live. I hope, brother DJ Disciple, I have done you proud on your night and with your show. It is a magnificent, and we are not done, ladies and gentlemen. We are not done. I need to leave you, have you leave here, fully on board, fully touched, moved, and inspired. That's for you to take an action, no matter how small it may be, but to take an action, because sitting down and going, and to just take it and be pat on the top of the head, I mean, enough is enough, right? So whatever it is, in whatever little way that you can, just take action. All right, so let me see. I got a few more things coming up here. Let me give you this one. All right, check this out. 963 IMG. Wait. Take myself out of that. Here we go.
That day in America, painful to be introduced to George Floyd during his last breath with a hot knee on his neck. He deserves so much more.
How many black lives have to be taken before something is done?
I am shaking as I type.
This has got to stop.
I'm sick of it.
I just want us all to live.
Death will not stop until the powers that be are finally held accountable.
Don't look away from the truth until every one of us are free from white supremacy.
The world stands with
Criminalizing the killing of black and brown bodies is not new. It's as old as America. It's just getting filmed more.
Do you know what it feels like to be hunted? To have a new hashtag for a dead black person every single day? How does one plan a life if they aren't sure they will have a life to plan?
George Floyd. His name was George Floyd. Say his name.
George Floyd. Say his name.
Say their names. Once again, and always, we fight for justice.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Rest in power, beautiful. You didn't deserve this.
Infusion music from God. 96GIMG.net. Brooklyn, New York. St. Patrick. QB music. Question Brown, I tell you this. Sometimes when I am home alone and feeling lonely, that is when my mind got a lot of things to show me. So I have to ask the Lord to help me make it through. My mind is straying, heart is racing, sin is trying to control me. Please, my Lord, I'm asking you, stretch your arms and hold me. I'm so weak and afraid and I don't know what I'm gonna do.
St. Patrick, there are times when I feel like I wanna give it all, but grace and mercy kept me, and that is why I had to pen this song and encourage myself. I'm gonna rise up and take a stand. Patrick, rise over the devil, man. Rise, trample over Satan plan. Satan let go off plan. St. Patrick, I go rise. Oh. Infusion music from God. Yeah, IMG. Big up the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Our God is the Almighty, Alpha and Omega, my provider. He will fight for me. He can change your enemies and make them call us friends. IMG. He protected Daniel in them, cool the fiery furnace. That is why, my God, I'm here. I'm praying to you earnest. Take my life, oh God, change my gray skies and turn them blue. Whoa. St. Patrick life was going deep down in a wilderness, and that is when he called on you. Yeah, even though he went astray, you didn't leave him there. And St. Patrick, I go rise up and take a stand. Patrick, rise over the devil, man. I say rise, trample over Satan plan. Satan let go of plan, and that is why me I go rise. And say me rise up and take a stand. Rise up and take a stand. That is why we are go rise. St. Patrick, make we rise, we rise, we rise. 96.3 IMG, infusion music from God. 96.3 IMG.net. They gonna play music, you ain't gonna fret. Brooklyn, New York. Big up on yourself. Question Brown out of Kingston, Jamaica, telling you say, yo, bless up. You're listening to the 96.3 IMG, and that is why we ever rise.
963 IMG. You know, you see in pictures from Sweden, Japan, Italy. You know, brother holding the sign in Italy say his name. Say his name. Wow. You know, Sweden, you know, Denmark, you know, the entire world is now, you know, seeing. Their eyes is now open. Australia, you know, there's riots, there is uprising, people saying enough all over the world. You know, Canada is on board. Make you have to now ask yourself, what part do you play? You know, and that's going out to our listeners. What part do you want to play in this? You know, are you going to just sit on the sidelines, or are you going to get engaged? See, a team, you know, I played football, and in order for the team to work, it's not just about who is on the front lines or who is in the game. It's not about just the quarterback. You know, it's not about just that. It's also about the groundskeeper. It's also about the groundskeeper. You know, it's about the water boy. It's about the person who's washing the uniforms to make sure they're clean and that the equipment works and everything is oiled up and the football is pumped to the same, you know, to the right weight. It's all of those things, those components that comes together to make it one. When they went to the moon, it wasn't just those astronauts that was on the ship, that was on the spaceship that went to the moon. You know, it was everyone else that was at control tower, central command, you know, control center, the people who even made the screw to make sure that it didn't freeze when it went into outer space. It's a team effort. It's a team effort. And that's why I'm asking the question right now. What part do you want to play? Because, ladies and gentlemen, sitting down on the bench just ain't gonna cut it. So I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna bring this to your awareness. I want you all to take keen listen to this. All right? Keen listen to this and see if you, because it's totally up to you, you have to find your part in this. All right? I mean, thank God for the youth, man. I mean, this is youth driven. They have a different type of fire in their belly. Wow. They're like, yo, nah. We've been sitting down as babies. We saw what you did to Mayor Rice, and they went down the list and like, yeah, we couldn't go out and march then because we were too small, but we are here now. And this, I ain't gonna lie, it feels different. It feels different. So I want you all to check this video out that I'm gonna show you. I want you all to get pen and paper if you need to. Let me just play another QB. I want you all to get pen and paper for this because you're gonna get a lesson tonight. You're gonna get a lesson tonight.
96.3 IMG Infusion music from God. DJ St. Patrick is crying out for help. Father God, Patrick said, please Lord, please Lord. St. Patrick I cry for help. Help, Lord, yeah. I can take this no more.
963 IMG. Check the video.
In the same way it works for you. Please stop saying all lives matter. Saying all lives matter is like one house in the subdivision is on fire. Fire truck arrives, and you ask the firemen to douse your house with under of the Wilson Academy. The riots that have taken place all over the country, now all over the world, are inevitable. And contrary to the opinions of some, the riots are both effective and necessary. The problem is, it's not a sustainable path to what we want. But then what next? What are we supposed to do? That's what this message is about, what we're going to do. Young people, my college students, my high school students, you're ready to act. You're ready to fight. But no one's listening to you. They just keep telling you to go home. But I hear you, and we have a plan. In order to find a solution, we must first understand why this is happening. The reason that officers of the law and private citizens acting as if they're officers of the law continue to murder us is because we can offer no consequence. For example, the reason you don't see Jewish people being murdered by police is because the Jewish community can provide economic consequences. They own things collectively. They're well invested in the media and the law. And they've built a strong community by focusing on exclusive internal growth and wealth building. But when members of the black community are murdered by white officers or vigilantes, we peacefully protest, focus on whatever election is upcoming, and ultimately, there are no convictions for the criminals. There's something that we missed about how the civil rights movement was effective. Protesting was just the beginning. It was to unify the people and bring attention to the issue. But the next step was always economic action, boycotting, investing in our communities. Then that economic action is what forced legislation. The reason our efforts continue to fail is because we first of all keep asking for change instead of forcing it. But secondly, because we keep skipping a critical step in the process. So what do we want? Well, in the short term, we demand justice. In the long term, we demand reform. But we must be specific if we are to hold our nation accountable. So we demand three things. One, we demand convictions and equitable and appropriate prison time for all officers involved in the murders of Breonna Taylor and George Floyd and all parties involved in the lynching of Ahmaud Arbery. Two, we demand legislation that ensures independent review of public safety officers. And three, we demand a modification to the standards by which officers can be prosecuted. I'm sure you've heard people say, if you want change, get to the polls. Now, I'm not suggesting voting is useless, but the reality is voting will not solve our problems. In fact, we cannot allow ourselves to become distracted by political affiliations. The only way to get the change we seek is to show strength both economically and physically. So first, let's address physical strength. It is both irrational and un-American for us to continue to be met with force and not respond in kind. This is why we need all able Black Americans to exercise their constitutional rights and legally acquire a firearm. Perhaps Ahmaud Arbery would be alive right now had he been able to defend himself against the thugs who lynched him. And under Georgia's standing ground laws, well, he would have been within his legal rights. To all my gangbangers, my Bloods, my Crips, GDs, folk, everybody, I'm asking you to help us protect our communities from the white supremacist groups who would harm us. You are already armed and you're not afraid to die. I hope that you see fit to call a truce and unite against the greater common enemy in order to protect our children, our mothers, our sisters, aunties, and grandmothers. Now we must address how we fight economically. America doesn't particularly care about Black life. If it did, we wouldn't still be facing what we're facing right now. What America does care about is Black dollars. So we have to start speaking America's language. Effective immediately, we will only buy food from Black-owned restaurants. This does not apply to grocery stores, as we don't feel there are enough Black-owned grocery stores nationwide at this point to accommodate the initiative. However, there are many grocery items you can find on sites like WeBuyBlack.com. Now, our Black-owned restaurant initiative means that you will need to avoid many of your favorite restaurants, but you will discover new Black-owned favorites. And you must ask yourself what's more important. Understand that this is only phase 1 of a larger plan. We will implement phase 2 in the weeks to come. But this is something that everyone can do. So what's the point? And why will this work? According to both Nielsen and the CDC, Black people eat more fast food than anyone. By diverting our billions of dollars, we will accomplish 2 things. 1, change is not free. Supporting only Black restaurants keeps our money in our communities, money we can ultimately leverage to create the changes we all want to see. And 2, it uses our money we're already spending anyway, to create powerful billionaire allies. These companies will do what is necessary to get our dollars back. And if that means helping us to meet our objectives, well, then that's what they'll do. There are a few important notes to make when concerning this plan. This is not a boycott. We are not punishing white businesses. We are simply consumers who are making a choice to exclusively support Black restaurants in the strategic interest of justice and reform. Please note that we are exclusively supporting Black-owned restaurants, not minority-owned. The terms Black and minority are not interchangeable. So, to my Chinese, Korean, Arabic, and Indian restaurant owners, we have nothing against you personally. But if we don't do this now, there will be none of us left to buy your products anyway. If a franchise location is owned by a Black person, eat at that location exclusively. We will not harm our own people. There are websites like eatblackowned.com that you can use to find Black-owned restaurants in your area. But I'm confident that once everyone learns of our initiative, they'll let you know how to find them. We will not support non-equitable services. We will support Black restaurants that offer the quality and service we deserve. And if we have a negative experience, we will not generalize and say, see, this is why I don't support Black businesses. We will simply express our concerns to the management, and if we so choose, we just won't go back to that particular restaurant, just as we will behave with a restaurant that isn't Black-owned. This is not a one-day event. Did you know that the famous Montgomery bus boycott lasted over a year? 381 days to be exact. It takes time and consistency to have impact, just as it took time and consistency to implement the racist constructs we are fighting. We will continue with our strategy until our demands are met. At times, this will not be easy. You will be tempted to stray. But please accept that there can be no change without sacrifice. A brief message to white Americans. We don't hate you. We don't hate America. We just need it to work for us in the same way it works for you. Please stop saying all lives matter. Saying all lives matter is like one house in a subdivision is on fire. The fire truck arrives, and you ask the fireman to douse your house with water, even though it's not on fire, because your house is important too. We've been asking for equality for hundreds of years now. Please process that. Understand, we're done asking. This word you see on my shirt is ukurula. It's Zulu. It means fight. Black people, I need us to know that we are bigger than slavery. Our existence didn't begin when we became useful to America. We have our own continent, our own African culture, our own independent history. We are better than begging to not be murdered. The time has come for us to fight, and now we know how. Now this plan cannot work if people don't know about it. So if you do nothing else, it's important that you share this post or the link to this post on all your social media. And whenever you mention the plan, please use the hashtag #HowWeFight. You can find a hard copy of the plan at thewilsonacademy.org. Remember, hashtag #HowWeFight. Share the post.
Hashtag how we fight. All right. 963 IMG, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is. I want to say thank you all for stopping in tonight to this very special night. You know, if you have any wherewithal about yourself, man, you know that this is something that was worthwhile, something that was worth doing. And yeah. Hashtag how turn you down. All right. It was worth doing, right? So I just want to say I just want to thank each and everyone for stopping by tonight, coming in. Before I go, if anyone wants to give me a call or want to say something about tonight's show, the telephone number here is 516-439-2428. That's 516-439-2428. I'm going to play some music and open it up for a few minutes. Maybe we could take it to 10 o'clock New York City time. And just open up the phone lines to you guys if you want to call in and say something about tonight's show. We can definitely make that happen. I'm going to go back to one of my social media director wanted me to play this over, so let me just give it to her.
96.3 IMG. Infusion music from God. 96.3 IMG.net. Brooklyn, New York. St. Patrick. QB music. Question Brown, I tell you this. Sometimes when I am home alone and feeling lonely, that is when my mind got a lot of things to show me. So I have to ask the Lord to help me make it through. My mind is straying, heart is racing, sin is trying to control me. Please, my Lord, I'm asking you, stretch your arms and hold me. I'm so weak and afraid and I don't know what I'm gonna do. St. Patrick, there are times when I feel like I wanna give it all, but grace and mercy kept me, yeah. And that is why I had to pen this song and encourage myself. I'm gonna rise up and take a stand. Patrick, rise over the devil, man. Rise, trample over Satan plan. Satan let go off plan. St. Patrick, I go rise. Oh. Infusion music from God. Yeah. IMG. Big up the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Our God is the Almighty, Alpha and Omega, my provider. He will fight for me. He can change your enemies and make them call us friends. IMG. He protected Daniel in them, cool the fiery furnace. That is why, my God, I'm here. I'm praying to you earnest. Take my life, oh God, change my gray skies and turn them blue. Whoa, St. Patrick life was going deep down in a wilderness. Jamaica go rise. Rise up and take a stand, Patrick, rise. Rise over the devil, man, I say rise. Trample over Satan plan, Satan leg off plan, and that is why me a go rise. And say me rise, rise, rise. Rise up and take a stand, rise up and take a stand. That is why we are go rise. Rise. Saint Patrick make we rise, we rise, we rise. 96.3 IMG Infusion music from God. 96.3 IMG.net. They're gonna play music, you ain't gonna fret. Brooklyn, New York. Big up on yourself. Question Brown out of Kingston, Jamaica, telling you say, yo, bless up. You're listening to the 96.3 IMG, and that is why me ever
free. Because the issues that affect Black people the most affect everyone.
Everyone.
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine an America with no police brutality?
Police brutality. An America without.
An America without mass shootings and gun violence, mass incarceration,
children in cages,
and racist immigration policies. Can you imagine an America
without
government corruption,
with no economic injustice, an America without
LGBTQIA+ people being excluded, voter suppression,
environmental degradation,
lack of education and poor health care,
racial injustice? Can you imagine an America where oppression and fear are dissolved,
where we are whole and healed? It's time to center what matters and fight for the change we need.
Let's get free.
Let's get free.
This is What Matters 2020.
Listening to 963 IMG. Special Revival Experience Show. Shout out to my brother, DJ Disciple. Sister Shelly Thunder. Brother Apache Finger. Why you gonna beat up the UK people themselves? Why? You couldn't just control yourself, brethren?
Light the fire and make it blaze. Fan the flame, yes, make it blaze. Turn it up and just make it blaze. Make it blaze, say nothing blaze. Light the fire and make it blaze. Fan the flame, yes, make it blaze. Turn it up and just make it blaze. Make it blaze.
Got a few minutes to go.
Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, blaze. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, blaze.
Don't quit. To all my frontline folks. That's right, this is for you. Keep the fire burning. 963 IMG. That's how we do it. If you want to get more of that right there, you want to log on to 963img.net. That's right. You could get the videos. You know, during the day we play music videos, gospel music videos. I am almost certain you have never heard a gospel station play music like this before, and so controversial in, you know, radical, whatever you want to call it. You know, but that's who we are. 963 IMGC. Our Lord and Savior came and he sat with the sinners, you know, and the drunkards, and, you know, he went for the unsaved, and that's what we are here for. We are the unsaved ship, and we are going for those who are out there who just need a little bit more salvations. But not that we're exclusive. If you are saved and you want to listen, be a part, you know, by all means, you are welcome. But just get the understanding that this station is for the saved and the unsaved. All right. Getting ready to get out of here. Was a beautiful show tonight. You know, we covered a lot. And, you know, that last video clip that I showed gave you a lot of information, so this way you can know how to conduct your life and how to think, how to move, and how to act moving forward tonight. And if there's anything that I wanted to do, I wanted to make sure that I touch, move, and inspire you to take action in your life. Play your part, no matter how insignificant it may be. All right. And I definitely want you to come back here again tomorrow night from 8 o'clock. That's right. We got spiritually powered inspirational thoughts. All right. You can come and get your spiritual fix on a Tuesday, and it's gospel poetry. I'm going to give you a little bit. Let me see what you got for them. Let me see if I could give you a little spoken word similar to what we drop on a Tuesday night here at 963 IMG. All right. So we are a diverse station. We have 33 affiliated stations that's affiliated with us. And if you want to be a part, man, we will be happy to have you. We will be happy to have you listen and just come and be a part of the community, helping us pushing the bar forward. All right. We need your help to push this endeavor, 963 IMG, push it down the road. All right. So please, this is the little black girl. Yes. All right, so here we go. I'm going to hit you with this one as I get up out of here, 963 IMG. Before I play it, I just want to say to each and every one, have yourself a safe and productive night, day, and just make sure you stay out of harm's way. May the Lord guide you, protect you, make his face to shine upon you, and to continually give you peace. Power to you. Stay strong and stay faithful, because none of this is possible if we don't put our Father before us. All right? Just want to make sure we put that out there. 963 IMG. Check this.
The mass superstition that demand that our minds and our bodies are imprisoned. Yes, she's going to do all that. But in order to do that, she has to dodge the things that hold her back, like assumptions made about who she is and what she should do and how she should live. Like, be a good girl and don't make no. My name is Fumilola Fagbamila, and I want to share a piece that I wrote for little black girls, and I call it Black Girl Fly. Imagine little black girl, maybe 9, maybe 10. She solemnly swears to herself she will win. She will write her thoughts. She will read them loud. She will speak her mind. She'll be black and proud. She gonna light up the world with her futuristic vision about what our world would look like if we fought for abolition of the systems that are founded on a mass superstition that demand that our minds and our bodies are imprisoned. Yes, she gonna do all that. But in order to do that, she has to dodge the things that hold her back, like assumptions made about who she is and what she should do and how she should live, like be a good girl and don't make no noise and go play with Barbies and these pink ass toys, and your strength is no match for the strength of the boys, and she knows that ignorance given power destroys, but she won't be held back. No, she won't do that. Yes, she will push through. That's what black girls do, and she has no limit. She exceeds the sky. She is strength and power that you can't deny. She will challenge authority. No, she won't comply. She will change the world. Yes, she will go high, and I'll be shading my eyes as I look in the sky. What I see in the clouds, that young black girl fly. Get it, black girl fly. Go, black girl fly. Come on, black girl fly. Yes, black girl fly. And I'll be shading my eyes as I look in the sky. What I see in the clouds, that young black girl fly.